the book of Amos chapter 3 and verses 7. It says, "Surely the sovereign Lord does nothing without revealing his plan to his servants the prophets." During our 12th January 2025 Sunday service at Dunamis Christian Assembly in Mutungo, Kampala, God, through his servant Apostle Pascal Mugisha, revealed shocking prophecies, which included airlines having difficulties this year.
We need to pray for the aviation industry. Hey, listen, it's going to be a very difficult year for airlines, so we need to pray. Something is going to happen that is going to stop people from traveling a lot. All this is an attack by Lucifer to bear people from moving. Hey, listen.
And on Wednesday 29th January 2025, a military helicopter crashed into an American airline jet in Washington, D.C., claiming lives.
Overnight, what's expected to be the deadliest commercial plane crash in the U.S. in at least 15 years happening over the nation's capital.
Did you see that?
Just after 8:45 Wednesday evening, an explosion lighting up the night sky in Washington as a passenger jet and military helicopter collided in midair.
The water that we're operating in is about 8 feet deep. There is wind. There is pieces of ice out there. So it's just dangerous and hard to work in.
The moment of the crash captured on an EarthCam live stream at the Kennedy Center. American Airlines Flight 5342 from Wichita, Kansas, with 60 passengers and 4 crew members on board, was preparing to land at Reagan National Airport. While approaching the runway, Metropolitan Police receiving multiple calls of the aircraft crashing into an Army Black Hawk helicopter. Officials say there were 3 Army soldiers on board, but no senior officials. The explosion sending what was left of both aircraft plunging into the Potomac River.
I have no viable survivors at this point.
About 300 first responders racing to the scene, divers desperately searching for any survivors. The water temperature barely above freezing, a life-threatening 36 degrees, with the river only just starting to thaw after being frozen over for weeks.
The conditions out there are extremely rough for the responders. It's cold, wind is hard out on the river, so they're out there working.
Air traffic control shutting down operations until at least Thursday morning.
Delta 832, sorry. I don't know if you caught earlier what happened, but there was a collision on the approach in the 33. We're going to be shutting down operations for the indefinite future.
Nearby residents witnessing the horror.
When we went to the roof, it was insanity. Police trucks, ambulances, command vehicles. This was something like I've never seen.
Family and friends gathering at the airport overnight, waiting for news.
We're going to know people who are on this flight, know their family members, know somebody. So this is a very personal circumstance as well as an official response.
Officials in Kansas say they believe family members of victims were also arriving at the airport in Wichita.
We also encourage them to stay home and stay in contact with the airline, and they'll be getting an official word directly as well.
And U.S. figure skating confirming several athletes, coaches, and family members were on the plane, returning home from the National Development Camp, saying in a statement, "We are devastated by this unspeakable tragedy and hold the victims' families closely in our hearts."
It is time for the church to rise up and pray.